songs to the Lord. Call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all his wondrous works. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he has done, his miracles and the judgments he uttered. O offspring of Israel, his servant children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Remember his covenant forever, the word that he commanded for 1,000 generations, the covenant that he made with Abraham, his sworn promise to Isaac which he confirmed to Jacob as a statute to Israel, as an everlasting covenant, saying to you I will give the land of Canaan as your portion for inheritance. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually.
Hey, good Friday afternoon to you guys. Brad here.
And I'm Christa.
With Big Family Homestead. And we're sitting here reading comments instead of paying attention to the song being over. And it's like, oh, we're supposed to be live now.
Yeah, la-di-da.
Project Bluebeam, huh? Well, here's the thing, guys. No big surprise. A lot of weirdness is going on in the skies.
No, couldn't be. It's all tinfoil hat conspiracy stuff. I mean,
So, cat's out of the bag now.
It's not real.
Cat's out of the bag now.
There's no balloons floating over or anything like that.
No, they've tracked a lot more now.
I know. You didn't sense my sarcasm, honey? I guess I wasn't laying it on thick enough.
Got to try harder.
I guess.
You can do this. I believe in you.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Thanks.
Trust me. I know you have more sarcasm in you.
No, not at all.
Coming up on 30 years. Oh, yeah. I got this. Homeschooling mama, 5 boys. Love the music. I wish I could buy a CD. Well, I have to tell you, homeschooling mama of 5 boys, you don't have to buy a CD. Why? Because they're all free now. Every single one of the songs is free. It's a ministry that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I just decided there's no reason why not to do it right now. So what we've done is, if you want to go over to Patreon, and you don't have to pay. It's all set up to where they're just, I think you have to sign up, but then nothing is charged. It's like zero.
Right.
You can download them all for free. And most of the songs are for free right now on our website.
Yes, our website at www.bigfamilyhomestead.com/shop.
Yes, and those are free. The one that you just heard today is brand new. Released it today.
Yep.
And it's not there. It's on Patreon, just because I honestly haven't had a chance to post it, but I will. So please, and here's the other part to that. I know this has nothing to do with lasers scanning Hawaii, but we'll get there.
Oh, yes, we'll get there.
Oh yeah. But if you go and get any of these things, enjoy them, share them. I don't want to get paid for them. I just don't want other people to, like, I don't want you posting them and saying, hey, these are my songs, and then your songs, and somebody
Right.
making money off them. That's the only thing.
Right.
Not even looking for credit.
Nope. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. And I'm glad, because the whole idea was it was supposed to be a scripture memorization tool. And then I started recording them. I'm like, well, I should at least make them musically not stinky. And the production well enough where you don't feel weird, like saying, hey, listen to this music. Really? I mean,
Yeah. Like the stuff that came out, in the 80s. Oof, it was rough. The
Right.
scripture songs.
Oh.
The hymns and
some of that stuff was
the
weird.
praise and worship songs that came out in the 80s. Oof,
Anyway.
rough. It's rough.
Let's get back on track. It was
Yeah.
my fault. I saw your comment, and so there you go.
Usually I'm the one that distracts.
Usually you are distracted. Oh, yeah, baby.
No, not like that.
Oh, yeah. Don't click the mouse hand.
I didn't. That's why I tapped gently,
She
because
almost clicked the mouse
I was
hand.
going to smack his hand,
My
but then
finger
I
was ready to
realized that
mouse.
his hand was on the mouse, and I thought that would probably be a bad idea.
So, cat's out of the bag. Turns out that spy balloon, which was a spy balloon, and it was admitted to be a spy balloon, and it was Chinese spy balloon that we watched slowly cut across our country with big, wide swaths of open ground where nothing could be harmed if it dropped to the ground or got blown out of the sky. And we watched it go from Montana all the way through till it got through South Carolina. And then when it was safely over the ocean, they shot it down. In a stunning and brave demonstration of leadership.
Okay, from what has been reported, that Flashbang suggested that he wanted it shot down Wednesday.
Sure.
So
sure.
this past Wednesday, whenever.
I definitely believe.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
But then the military said no.
Sure.
So I'm sorry. According to the
believe that.
Constitution, he's in charge of that side of things. Yet they didn't follow his.
That's only if you
order.
believe the how do you say this
The chain of
tenderly
command.
horse crap that they're saying. That is the gentle way of saying it.
Sure. That's if you believe what was being spoken. You're right. Right.
Oh wait, I actually happen to have a map here. You're going to enjoy this. Well, here's the lasers that scanned our sovereign territory. There they are. Isn't it nice? We're going to get back to that, but here I
It's
actually
a really cool light show.
neato. It's like Halloween. This was a trajectory map. Now this came. I couldn't put the whole map in here because this was not completed. It went all the way through South Carolina slowly, watching it. We got to be careful. Don't be too hasty.
Don't be hasty.
Sounds like Treebeard, right? And from Lord of the Rings. Now, can somebody explain to me at what point do enemy spy apparatus, platforms, over your own country, when is that okay? Because I'm not sure I've ever thought of another country thinking, oh, it's fine.
Sure, no problem.
No biggie. They can already get more with their satellites.
No, not ever. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
And in slow-mo, but no, here, I want to call this back up because this is one thing I did forget to mention. If you guys live anywhere, say from, that part of Alaska, there's definitely, wait a minute, Alaska, does Alaska count as part of the United States? Because I can't remember.
It has since, I think, the 40s.
30s or 20s or something like that.
No, I think it was purchased in the 40s. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, we bought it from Ukraine, I'm told. So, no, we're still paying for that one. That's a different story. Pay no attention to the biolabs.
Oh yeah, sure. There's they don't have those there.
Yeah. So,
right.
If anybody knows anything about Alaska, there's so many people in this area where this map trajectory is. It is literally somebody's house every 100 yards. You can't. You
really?
You could never think we should safely take that thing down. I mean, really, look at it. Every 100 yards.
Okay, so there are some times when Brad is telling a story or telling something. I'm not quite sure if he's being sarcastic.
There's a couple thousand.
I know. Or if he's really laying it on thick. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You look at that and you go, I don't know if there's any safe place to take this thing down.
No.
Seeing that there's in this trajectory, there might.
There's one house, I think.
No, there might be probably 200 people
in that line,
and they know where they are.
And Alaska, you guys have to understand. You probably do understand. Alaska is
big.
Is it twice the size? It takes up half of the United States.
It's big.
Okay. If you took out the piece of Alaska and set it down on top of the United States, it's half of the United States.
But
millions of acres.
And there's not that many people that live there. But we're supposed to believe.
No, it's a highly populated area.
We're supposed to believe that was scary dicey, that they could not think about downing that thing anywhere there.
Okay. If they saw it even approaching United States soil, it should have been shot down before it hit.
They could have shot it down before. Well, if you look at this trajectory when it was over the Aleutian Islands, that's sovereign.
Yes.
They could have shot it right over that level. What is that? What is that thing called? I think it's blue. It represents something wet.
That's the sky, honey.
Yes. Well, and I think it's an ocean.
Is it? No, it's a sea.
Yeah, right there.
Yes, it's an ocean. Yes.
Something.
Right.
Couldn't have done it then.
Or
not
wait, at all.
It goes over more water later. Mm-hmm. Couldn't have done then.
And then it's over all of this ice and snow.
And where was Canada in all this?
Oh, Canada's like, how you doing? How you doing,
They're
China?
waving.
Come on in.
They're waving.
Bring it on in. Yep, come this way. Yep, definitely.
So I don't know if you guys... Here's one of the questions today, and I promise we're going to get to the lasers. But here's one of the questions for today.
It's all wrapped
together. It is all the same thing.
Yeah.
How many of you guys still think that your government tells you the truth? Even let's go crazy. Half the time.
Honey, I haven't believed that the government told us the truth since Clinton.
I lied to the American people.
I had no bleep, 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 bleep with that woman.
And then whoopsie.
Oopsie daisy.
That whole lying before Congress thing.
Yeah.
So, do you honestly, how many of you guys honestly, And I won't make fun of you. I'm just wanting to see, does anybody really think that even 50% of the time they're telling us the truth? I mean, wouldn't it be better? Okay, if you remember during the election, there was one candidate, and we'll stay away from names. Let's see if they can guess who's who. This is a game. This is a game of who's who, okay? One candidate aggressively went out there and politicked and did stadium events, and they were packed. And they were just packed with people, right? Mm-hmm. And then another candidate kind of disappeared and went into his literal basement in his home. Mm-hmm. And when that candidate did that, his ratings went up.
I'm thinking those numbers are rigged.
Huh.
I think they're rigged.
I wonder.
Yeah.
So trust me when I say this, all of this tomfoolery is not just for the sake of entertainment, although she is entertaining. Heck yeah. The question is this. What can we do about it, if anything? Who do we have to question? Who do we have to hold accountable? Are these people that are elected? Are these people that are not elected? Are these people that we can get fired out of their jobs? Do we have to vote them out of their jobs? Can we vote them out of our jobs? Or is this just we're along for the ride just as much as the Chinese population is with their own government?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's time to buckle up, Sally, because we're probably along for the ride now.
Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie.
Yes.
Couldn't be.
Yes. And I'm hoping Monty is being very sarcastic because he says I have the utmost trust in our government.
Monty.
I'm really hoping that's sarcasm.
We need to see your IQ test. Nah, I'm sure he's messing
Just
around.
kidding. Yeah.
I'm sure he's messing around.
Yeah.
Don, we know. We were just teasing.
Yeah.
I'm being generous at 50%. Thank you, Scott. By the way, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
So here's the new fun thing. Here's the new fun thing. Not that. That's very fun. But that was so last week. But that's the same day that this, don't call it a spy balloon entered the continental U.S. In Montana. The same day, fun things happen. And then there was actually a Subaru funded astronomy site, or like a physical location that was filming the sky, filming stars. And they accidentally at 2 a.m. in the morning, same day, they caught this. It was going, brrr, it was scanning across the Hawaiian state, the Aloha state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They caught it. And at first, they didn't really think it was a big deal because they thought, honestly, it was NASA. Okay? However, Mom, I'm going to move this screen around, and I'm going to let you read a little bit from an article.
Okay.
That is a liberal article, so you can't accuse it of these conservatives making up crazy stories. Sure. This is from CNET.
CNET. I've never even heard of this.
They are absolutely left-wing tech.
Okay.
Okay.
So on January 28th, a series of green lights zipped across the night sky in Hawaii. The Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea. I think that's Mauna Kea. I'm not sure if that's correct. I'm sorry.
Don't know.
Captured footage of the unusual sight with its live streaming Subaru Ashi Star camera. Though the lights might have prompted concern among some folks about UFOs, they actually have a
worse.
Yeah, it's much worse. They actually have a satellite-related explanation. Ooh, I'm curious of what this is.
Go down there.
Okay. Monday, the Subaru folks, can you put it up? Yeah, thanks. Their video, folks updated their video. Sorry, the Subaru telescope folks updated their video to say the ICES SAT-2 team, okay, had run a simulation of satellite trajectories and identified the Chinese DACA-1 AEMS satellite as the most likely source of the laser lights. We really appreciate their efforts in the identification of the light, the Subaru people said, and apologized for any confusion. The China National Space Administration and the Chinese Embassy in the U.S. didn't immediately respond to the CNET's request for comment.
They were busy going, how come they're not shooting our balloon down? No, really, why aren't they shooting our balloon down? Hey, they're not shooting the balloon down, guys. What the heck's going on? So, continue on. NASA's Ice and Cloud Land Elevation Satellite 2 launched in 2018.
Right.
Basically, the summation, you can read it on CNET. The summation is they know, and it's widely spread now. This was, in fact, Chinese, and it was not weather-related, as they were trying to push when they finally made a statement, right?
No.
They finally made a statement. And they said, yeah, well, it's we were looking for weather patterns, greenhouse gases. Oh, I know, tell them it's climate change. They'll buy it then.
Well, one side will buy it.
Well, guess what? Our side didn't say anything about it.
Right.
Do you think they knew?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Brad
very true.
pensively strokes his beard and eyes the camera with dismay and a bit of critique. Yeah. So they just shot down another, says Lucy.
Of course they did. And how many others are up there that we're not seeing?
Well, there was another one in South America that they found and didn't want to tell anybody about. So here's the question, guys. Since we know this is happening, we know that they are actively engaging in, spying. And the second that thing entered our airspace, not only should it have been shot down, there should have been some kind of a reaction and or both, our government saying what happened immediately. And that's weird that they just kind of didn't say anything until it had crossed our entire country. Well, from Montana to South Carolina.
Starting in Alaska, going down across the continental United States, and then over South Carolina. Yep.
Can anybody postulate an answer to that question? Because I think I have come up with one of the big questions I would like answered is who said to let it go? Who made the command decision? Because our fighter pilots and our military, those men and women are solid as rocks.
Sure.
They are not. They would have been done, and it would have been bits flying in the air.
Sure.
But they were told don't do it.
Right.
Who told them?
Their boss.
Who told them?
Right.
Where does it stop?
It stops whoever's in charge of Biden.
Who's controlling
him?
Yeah, because he said he wanted it done. If it's not BS.
He said he wanted it done. You know, this is something I was just thinking of. There are so many lies being told, they can't even keep track of them. They seriously can't keep track of them. I was trying to listen to our
State of
press
the Onion.
house. No, gosh, I didn't even waste time with that.
All the layers.
The press secretary,
Corinne.
Chick P. She can't keep track of the lies.
No.
There are so many being told. Are you guys kidding me?
I'm missing circle back Saki at these days. At least she would try to kind of say, I don't know. Like it's not just straight.
No, let's just continue the lie and lie some more and then lie about lying before, and then they can't keep track. They need somebody to keep our press secretary in check and keep her from, talking in circles.
Yeah. I think that they honestly just get up there and they do double speak and throw a bunch of word salad together because they know that most people are going to lose track of what they're saying, and they're just going to go, oh.
No, that's Bob Marley's job. Honey.
Well, they don't want to sound stupid, or they don't want to sound they don't want people to think they're stupid and not understanding what just happened, so they say nothing.
Right.
When if you really listen to what they're saying nothing.
Right. Right.
Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Radio waves. Anyone know what has been shot down over Alaska? I didn't know there was anything radio waves. I will have to look into that. I can tell you that there are people in this chat right now. I know the names, and it's not just one, who have intimate knowledge of high tech stuff that happens in Alaska and has for many, many, many years. Not just one.
Right. Many years.
And you might want to read the comments that are going on in the chat.
Yeah.
You should just read them.
Yeah.
Read them with the understanding that there are people there that worked on these projects. So, here's the question. Yes, a grid made by Starlink, SpaceX, NASA. No, Smooth. Way before then. Way before then.
Oh, sure.
Now, I don't know if those guys are working on it, but I know this stuff was happening.
Yeah.
Let's just say long before I was alive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, to gripe about it and to be upset about it, I think we should be upset about it. I think we should spread the word and say, I want to know who's in charge. I want to know who is responsible for allowing our sovereignty to go bye-bye.
Right. Because it's not flashbang.
No.
No, he's just a tool.
That's an opinion, but...
Oh, sure.
It is an opinion, but it's based on
what's
actions.
been going on. Right. It's based on what's going on. Yeah. I know there are a lot of people who have a lot of theories about who's actually in charge.
We don't know.
We don't know for sure, and we may never know. And we may never know how long it's been going on.
Guys, let's just say it like this. JFK. Who did it?
Right. Right. Those documents just were released.
With so
with
much
90%
Sharpie on
of
it.
redacted.
With so much Sharpie on it, it's dripping wet. You could paint your house with the Sharpie ink that's on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, now, so I would like to know if there are people who are honestly responsible, or where does the buck stop? Can somebody please tell me where the buck stops? Is it people like Soros, who buys all these DAs that are not enforcing the law? I mean, think about it. Think about it. All these district attorneys where people are literally gunning other people down in the streets, and then they don't prosecute murder because of someone's melanin count. Think about that. He paid for so many people to get elected, gave them tons of money to get elected. And buy this one, buy that one, buy that one. And lo and behold,
They got elected.
And now they're doing the will of, I don't know, is he a Bond villain? I guess.
I guess. Gosh.
So here's the question. We know it's happening.
Ooh, Debbie, yeah.
We know it's happening. But is there anything we can do about it, or are we just along for the ride? Honestly, this is a real question.
I really honestly think we're along for the ride. And I know someone made a comment about the Constitution and how we the people
Where was that one? Was it far up?
It was, farther up. We
How
the
far?
people. I'm not sure.
Was that the name of their...
No. We the people
Okay.
are supposed to come up against a tyrannical government.
Okay, well, time out, because this is dangerous ground you're getting at because of the tech overlords.
Of course. And I'm not suggesting that is what's happening or what needs to happen.
I know it's in the documents.
It is in the documents. But those documents are not
Spooky
being upheld anymore.
Somebody watches Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
Spooky dude. Yeah. And well, here's the thing, guys. If I turned my camera around, you would see the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution on the wall. Not the actual ones, because
No.
that would be illegal, and I would have had to
Reprinted.
do horrible things to get it, which is not possible.
No.
But there are a lot of us, and I used to be one of these people, okay? I used to be one of these people that said, well, it's not in the Constitution. They're doing things that are illegal, and it's not in the Constitution. And my mind would glitch out because they're not doing what's in the Constitution. And then I had to one day realize, oh, they don't care.
No, they don't. No.
And then it was just like almost a breath of fresh air, because it's like, oh, they're just thieving, cheating, lying, evil people that are treating us like cattle.
Yeah, that's
Got it.
exactly it. Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, well, that stinks, but at least I got to the right answer.
Yeah. So we're along for the ride.
I do think we're along
Yeah.
for the ride.
And we have to do what we can to care for our families and our neighbors
And our
around
community.
us. And our communities. Yep.
Now, so then you would say, Brad, M. Hammer says, I don't like the ride. I don't either.
I don't like the ride either.
Problem is, if you try to get off now, you're going to be at the top of the roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I don't want to be on this ride at all.
So you may ask yourself, you may say, self, why in the world would Brad be all irritated about this if we're simply along for the ride? Are you just griping to gripe and get some views? Well, first of all, if you look at our views lately, it's because we're saying these things that they're not that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody
we're
went,
being
oh, you shouldn't
sentimental.
talk about that.
Right.
Click, click, click.
Right.
If you just look at our views, our channel's views, go back, you'll see 1 million views, 500,000 views, 2 million views on different videos. Even as recently as we started talking about stuff that was actually important, and now it went from 50,000 to 5,000. Same content,
Yeah.
except we just changed one little thing. We stopped being nice about it.
Right. Right.
So, again, if you said, Brad, why are you even talking about this? Because if we're just along for the ride, then what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm making a stand saying we need to know what's coming, because at least then we can do something to prepare for the inevitable. If it is inevitable, then at least you can take care of your family better. I'm not saying you could,
Yeah.
but at least you could do a better job. Maybe figure out a way to get some extra food set aside. I mean, guys, have you not seen inflation's up? They're trying to push other sources of food. I don't know if you guys know this, that China has about 65% of the world's resources for maize right now. And they have more in rice and other, like they're just storing it up. They're not using it, they're storing it up. It's kind of like they know something.
They know something's going on.
Yet our media is saying you shouldn't eat anything that you like. You should eat bugs and
Yeah.
interesting. So now I want to read a comment, because this is where we're ultimately going. The log cabin artist. Wow, that's quite the name you got there. The log cabin artist. If we have an understanding of end times, the book of Revelation, then this is not surprising. Pray up, prep up, look up. True. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. This is exactly what we're talking about. Because let's go back to this screen, because we should probably be on this one a little more off, not the crazy green lights, but you see that top thing? No fear, just ready. We're not afraid for what's coming, because we do know the end of the book, and we do put our faith and our trust in Christ. So the end for us is just a new beginning that's going to be awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Now, it's just that it may not happen real quick. It may take a long time to get from point A to point B.
Could take another 10 years. We don't know.
We don't know.
Nope.
But I'll say this. If it's fun like this fun.
Yeah, right?
Like this, on a sliding, degrading scale, how many more years till it's just unbearable to be a part of this? Know what I'm saying? Had a funny thought earlier today. You know how back it used to be that the cool kids were the ones on the fringe. They were the ones that were different than everybody, right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It was counterculture. The counterculture ones. Yeah, they're the ones that are really shaking things up.
Oh, sure.
Conservatism is counterculture right now.
Right. I was going to say it's completely reversed now, where to be conservative is you're the odd person. You're the crazy kid. No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Shri, good to see you. On Louis, I'd like to say something here because you say that it's giving you a pit in your stomach. Well, first of all, I'd like to say, if you're thinking eternally, then if you've put your faith and trust in Christ, you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be zero fun going through this.
Sure.
And we should do everything we can to prepare to not have to deal with all the madness that's coming. But God loves you. He's made a way for you. He provided salvation with his own blood so that we can be with him forever. And if you trust that and believe that and receive that, then this is all temporary. It's a blip.
Right.
Blip on the radar.
Right. What we have to do is we have to care for our families and care for those around us and just get through this together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
and not fear and not be afraid, because we already know how it ends.
Yeah.
And we have our place secured.
And I would like to say it would be very easy to feel discouraged and to stop spreading the word, stop building community, stop strengthening your family. It would be easy to go, I give up, I don't care.
Right.
We cannot do that.
No.
If we don't stand strong and tell people what the truth is, how will they ever know? Especially in a world that hates believers.
Yeah. Right.
Hates believers.
Yeah.
How are the non-believers going to even see that there's any kind of difference?
They won't.
So, that said, I want you guys to do me a favor. A couple favors, actually. Go download those free music. The music that's on BigFamilyHomestead.com is free, or Patreon.com, it's free. I've made them zero. Just go get them.
Yep.
Spread them.
Yep.
Why? Because I think we're going to need to have memorized scripture in our hearts and in our heads in the event you don't have access to a Bible or an app. You're going to need that.
Yeah, you really do.
If you think food preparedness is important, you got it woefully out of kilter with your relationship with God.
Right. I mean, look at China. If you have a Bible, or you even have pages of a Bible, you're going to be put in prison or worse. Yeah.
I know of places where they will, this is going to sound rough at first, but hear me out. There's a really good reason. We know a lot of missionaries because I've been in the music industry, Christian music industry for pretty much my whole life, and been in the church, met a lot of missionaries. There are places in most of China where they will take a Bible and they'll tear it up completely, page by page. And what they'll do is they will dole out the pages to everybody that wants a page, and they will keep that page and they'll memorize that page end to end for a month.
Yeah.
Then they'll trade them.
Yeah. That's a great idea. I mean,
I don't advocate tearing up Bibles here.
I don't advocate that. I don't advocate that either. But if you only have one Bible and you need to share the gospel with so many, that's one way of doing it.
So, we live in such freedom compared to them,
We
even
really
though we're getting ready to head to crazy land.
Yes.
Don't waste your time now just sitting around going, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
everybody can do something, guys. I'm here to tell you, I don't care how old you are, how young you are. I don't care what your background is. This is, if you guys know anything about the Bible devotions that I do Monday through Friday, if you're there, you're gonna hear, you've heard this a bunch, and I say it a bunch because it's true. And that's this: you are specifically and beautifully you, Blue Eyes, Shree, Scott, old critters, every single person listening to this, you are specifically and beautifully created by a God who made everything, and he loves you.
Yep.
He loves you so much that he gave himself so that you could be with him forever. And he created you with certain gifts and talents that are indicative to just you.
Yep.
How are you using those to spread the gospel? I don't care if it is crocheting or accounting or maybe you're a concrete guy. It doesn't matter. How are you using the gifts that you have been blessed with to spread the gospel? You know, if you're a fish, be the best doggone fish that has ever been in fishery.
That's right.
If you are a bird, fly like a bird. Do what birds do. What I'm saying is that you're gifted specifically. Use what you've been blessed with, and then, bam, turn it up and use it for the gospel.
Yep. Yep.
You know, I say this every once in a while just because, not to embarrass Christa, but to show an example. We served at a church a while back, and Christa's good at baking bread. So she started a bread baking ministry that when people would visit the church, she had it set up to where she had all the dough made and everything, and they would bake the bread during the service. And then when these people would say, yeah, I'm a new person, somebody would take a freshly baked bread, still warm, to their house. So they just got home from church, half hour later, somebody's knock on the door, met with a fresh loaf of bread, just wanted to say hi. Thank you for coming. That's using your gifts and your talents to spread the gospel. Mm-hmm. So, that said, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
What are you guys going to do with your gifts? Hopefully you won't sit on them. Hopefully, will you hide it under a bushel?
No.
Gonna let it shine.
Gonna let it shine. Gonna let it shine. Let it shine.
All right, guys.
Sorry.
Here's a new.
Make a joyful noise. Brad's the singer, not me.
Well, it takes a lot of help with the computer. But gonna play you a song and go download them.
Yeah.
Have an awesome and blessed weekend, guys. See you.
Bye.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all his wondrous works. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he has done, his miracles and the judgments he uttered. O offspring of Israel, his servant children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Remember his covenant forever. The word that he commanded for 1,000 generations, the covenant that he made with Abraham, his sworn promise to Isaac, which he confirmed to Jacob as a statute to Israel, as an everlasting covenant, saying to you, I will give the land of Canaan as your portion for inheritance. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Glory in his holy name, let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord.